Hey everyone, Jarek and Mookie here, going to be doing some more Call of Duty 4. This time I'm using the G3. Not a fan of this gun at all. This gun it's kind of pointless. Unless you're playing in hardcore where it's actually good. In standard mode, I do not see the point of this gun. And I'm kind of baffled as to why it's semi-automatic.
Garbage in friggin' standard mode, but in hardcore it's basically a one-shot death machine, and I love it.
Yeah, it makes no sense what they did with this weapon. It does the same damage as the AK and the M16, but it's semi-automatic, so why would I use it? For the sake of variety, I use it because I like the G3 as a gun, but I think if it was fully automatic, it would actually be good. But at the same time, you would essentially have two AKs in the game, because it would be very similar to the AK.
Well, I mean, what you could theoretically do is get one of those modded controllers that, like, spams fire and just have friggin...
There is so many videos online of people doing that in this game with the G3, and it makes people so upset.
On PC, you can bind it to a mouse wheel and just friggin'
and just scroll up. Yeah.
You'll get banned from servers from doing that, though, which is hilarious.
Oh, I cannot imagine why.
It's really awkward. It's really confusing. Why?
But yes, the G3 default is not very good at all.
Wow.
And I think that leads nicely into the comments I got the other day. I got a comment from someone named OD Maggie. Don't know who you are, but I'm reading your comment anyway. What should be done to Call of Duty 4 weapon balance and perks to make it balanced but fun game at the same time? There is so many things to be done, but I think where we need to start is definitely perks more than anything else. The perks are definitely the main thing that throws the balance of this game out. Another thing I would love to be seen done, not even a balance thing, is change the sensitivity settings. I've complained about this a lot, but 2 is not sensitive enough and 3 is too sensitive. I feel like there's a very big jump there, and I'm somewhere in between, and my aim is always off because of it. But
I played like a little bit of COD4 on console, and play it on PC, to be honest.
Yeah,
like, that's my opinion, but
that honestly is the best option, is to play Pro Mod on PC, because it basically rebalances everything. But let's just humor the question and talk about it. So first off, I would nearly throw out the first perk slot entirely, because the first perk slot for the most part is 2 C4, 3 special grenades, 2 RPGs, 2 claymores, 3 frag grenades. We don't need any of that. All of that is complete bullshit. I can see the logic behind 2 RPGs, so you can shoot down helicopters easier. Also, nice spawn. But I can see the logic of 2 RPGs to shoot down helicopters easier, but nothing stops people from just spamming RPGs at people either. So that can be genuinely annoying. I hate 2 claymores, because that just allows snipers to sit in some room and camp with 2 claymores. 3 grenades, everyone knows why that's awful. The whole game just turns into grenade spam. And then when it comes to 3 special grenades, I don't really mind this, just because special grenades aren't as useful as they are in later Call of Duty games, because you don't get a hit marker when you flash someone, so you don't know if they're actually flashed. I would change that so you would actually get hit markers with the special grenades, because that would make everything so much better. And they are useful. Like, if you know they're flashed, like right there is nothing I could have done. But it's hard to know. So I would essentially get rid of all of these and leave only Bandolier and Bomb Squad. Bandolier is useful because it just gives you more ammo. I run with that a lot of the time. Bomb Squad I would change a little bit. I like the premise of it, but I don't think it's very useful just because of the way it works. The only thing it does is, say an enemy puts down a claymore, it'll put an icon above that claymore so you know where it is. But you can't see these icons like through walls and stuff. So you're not going to be able to react fast enough if you walk through a door and there's a claymore there. Sure, it has the icon, but okay, it's already blowing up. So I would change it so it's like later Call of Duty games where they are like highlighted through walls and stuff when you're near them. So that would majorly help with like claymore camping and stuff like that. And I would run with nothing but Bomb Squad if that was the case.
Yeah, like, I like the idea behind Bomb Squad, but
it's not executed well enough at all.
Yeah, it feels useless in this game. Like, if it would actually like give me more information than it actually does, as it is now, then I would absolutely use it. But as it is right now, it's never on any of my my loadouts ever, unless I need to use it for like an achievement or some bullcrap.
All right, so the second perk slot, this is really the main one that needs to be overhauled, because pretty much everything useful is in this perk slot.
Basically, yeah.
I would get rid of Stop and Power and Juggernaut entirely. These two things ruin weapon balance in the game. When you have Stop and Power selected and I do not, your gun kills faster than mine, even if we're using the same gun. So this is obviously a balance problem. And the same thing applies to Juggernaut. You have more health than I do, and that's something that I'm not okay with. And obviously the response is either run with stopping power or Juggernaut, but that's stupid. It means these two perks will be used over everything else 90% of the time.
Kind of like the AK versus, I don't know, the G3.
Yeah. I would have liked it if they made the G3 full auto, but then you would basically have two AKs. But that didn't stop them from basically having the G36 and the M4 doing the same damage, but the G36 has a 100 RPM slower fire rate, so why would you use that?
So I just want to say the MP44 is actually surprisingly good in this game.
I will get onto that in a bit.
Yeah.
But if you get rid of these two, I think the rest of this perk slot is surprisingly usable. I never see anyone using sleight of hand despite the concept of it being very useful. I don't see anyone using double tap, which is also a useful thing that just increases your rate of fire. That would be great for SMGs, because then you can get up close and just spam at people anyway. You don't need to aim. You don't need to worry about the added recoil.
I honestly feel like a lot of the perks should just be like moved into different slots.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that a lot of these should be moved to replace the perks that I would have gotten rid of in perk slot 1. So you'd have sleight of hand in perk slot 1 and then double tap in perk slot 2. That's a very good pairing. Overkill is something I've always never really liked. It essentially just allows you to carry two main guns. It allows snipers to snipe and then turn around with an SMG and spam at you. I do not like this, and I think that's just genuinely annoying. Would I get rid of it? No, but I don't really see anything you could do to fix it aside from just plain getting rid of it. So, yeah, I've never quite liked that one.
It's always seemed kind of useless to me because I always swap out my pistol for something else.
Yeah, I never use it, but I'm specifically for the point of, great, snipers are going to be a sniper. You know,
basically.
That's why I don't like it. UAV Jammer I love. I would probably move UAV Jammer down to the third slot. That would be particularly... Because imagine a loadout where you could have sleight of hand in the first slot, double tap in the second slot, and UAV Jammer on the third. So that way you could have a double tap suppressed SMG. That would be the perfect stealth build. But you're not able to do that.
Yeah.
Then Sonic Boom can just leave entirely. Sonic Boom can eat a dick and get out of the game.
It can go die. It can literally go die.
We all saw the problems that Sonic Boom caused when it got changed to Danger Close in Modern Warfare 2. Like, we do not need this. And then the third perk slot, a lot of these just aren't really useful. The only one here that really is useful is Steady Aim, and that's the only one anyone ever uses. I would keep Extreme Conditioning, because Extreme Conditioning is useful for what it is. Just allows you to sprint for longer time. I never use it, but I can see uses if you're trying to use an SMG, I guess. I would still prefer to use Steady Aim, because Steady Aim makes hipfire accuracy better. There's no reason not to run with that. I would get rid of both Last Stand and Martyrdom.
Oh, yeah, of course. Those can, like, literally go die. I do want to mention something about, what is it? Steady Aim, actually. Steady Aim is actually a huge buff to your damage output as well. Well, not your output, but your damage potential, because of how easy it is to shoot from hipfire. It basically makes you... It gives you more range with hipfire. And
yes, really it also allows you to... It majorly buffs your ability to run and gun. So just go straight out of sprinting to hip firing, and you can win. With SMGs, it helps particularly well. But yeah, Last Stand and Martyrdom can leave for obvious reasons. Deep Impact is, I guess, useful if you're running with an LMG class, but other than that, I don't see much use for it, but I mean, it can stay there. Iron Lungs is another one where it's like, no one uses it, because it's not particularly useful, but it's not game-breaking, so whatever. Dead Silence is useful, very useful. It gets rid of all the sound effects when you're running and sprinting. This turned into Ninja and Black Ops, and I used to use that a lot. So I'm fine with that. And then just get rid of Eavesdrop, because what the fuck? No one uses this. What's the point of this?
Eavesdrop is the best perk, like, especially on PC where everyone has a mic.
It's only good for trolling people, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's great for that. For nothing else, though.
Wait, how do you mean trolling people?
Just hearing how upset people are when you kill them.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course.
But yeah, as far as perks go, that's what I would do with perks. Like, get rid of those, keep the other ones, and then just swap them around so you'd have more versatility. Alternatively, you could just do what Black Ops 2 did and give you a pick 10 system where you can just choose 10 of what you want, regardless as to what slot they're in. And that would also fix a lot of these issues.
The more I hear about friggin' Black Ops, the more I'm thinking about actually picking it up at some point.
It's fun. A lot. But Hey, there's been some Call of Duty 4 footage. People really want to see Call of Duty 4, so I felt like uploading some stuff. I'll talk about weapon balance in the next video, but for now, thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you then.